What's up, Waypa Today community? Merry Christmas. Yes, that's right. I'm crazy enough to shoot a video on Christmas Day evening. But guess what? It's not going to make anything I'm about to tell you any less true. But since it is Christmas, I hope that Santa brought you everything that you wanted. I hope that you were able to get all the stuff for all of the people that you love and like and care about. And most importantly, the material stuff aside, because to be honest, we can all get caught up in this season of consumerism. And I know that there is a statistic that you can Google on the internet, and it says some percentage of people are paying off debt in December from last year's Christmas. And I hope that's not you, but if it is you, okay, you can work on that in 2020. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Because in life, there is definitely good debt and there's bad debt. And credit card debt, unfortunately for all of us, falls into the realm of bad debt. And yes, I have made mistakes with credit cards in the past, but hey, I learned from my mistakes. So if there's hope for me, there's hope for you too. My Christmas wish for you and the people you care about is that I hope you had a chance to slow down for just a little bit, and do something rather than to collect stuff, to create memories with the people that you care about. That might be watching Christmas shows. That might involve watching Christmas shows. And I can tell you one of the movies on my family's must-watch list at Christmas is, of course, A Christmas Story. You know, the one with Ralphie and the BB gun. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. That's what I wanted to share with you. You know the line where Ralphie's kind of plotting how he's going to present this idea, or maybe even manipulate his mom a little bit, puts an advertisement or a reminder in her favorite magazine, and she opens up the magazine, and what is there? Oh, a Red Ryder BB gun, right? So we all know the movie well enough. If you haven't seen it, please go out and watch it at your first opportunity. It is definitely a Christmas classic, and certainly something that we look forward to in our family every Christmas. So let me set the scene. Ralphie's at the kitchen table. I think it's breakfast maybe, but that doesn't matter for the purposes of this story. And he reveals to his mom, I believe for the first time in the movie, that what he really wants for Christmas is a Red Ryder BB gun. And what is his mom's reaction? Guns are dangerous. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, and in that one swift blow, his mom just crushes his dreams. Now, spoiler alert, he doesn't give up very easily, so you think he gets the gun in the end? If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. But in that moment, his mom just absolutely demolishes and squashes what is his dream at the moment. And isn't that ironic that in life, it's sometimes the people that are closest to us that discourage us from our dreams and discourage us from taking chances. And ooh, you don't want to try that, ooh, that sounds risky. And yeah, it's risky if you go for your dreams. There's no guarantees in life, no guarantees of success, but in my opinion, for most of my life anyway, I don't know about you, I've been focused for too long on trying to collect material things. And after I collect those things, that before I got them, I was so convinced, in my head and in my heart, this is something I really need, and this is going to somehow improve my life or upgrade my life or just make me happier. And then isn't that the promise of any marketing whatever commercial, where if you're watching it on YouTube or you're listening to it audio in the car, on your podcast, whatever, isn't that the goal of any commercial? It's to convince you that you need that product. You need that product. And what you really need, and what we all need, is we need to create memories. We need to make memories with the people that we like and love and that are important to us. Those are gifts that can never, ever be taken away, right? So, quick word about success and life. This might sound kind of crazy to you, but in my opinion, it is easy to be successful in life if all you're focused on is accumulating material things. That is doable. That is easy. What is extremely hard is to be both successful, let's just call it wealth-wise, and also to be happy. Because, and the reason I say that is because there are tons and tons of people, you probably know, there's probably people in your family, your neighbors, at your job, they are financially successful, but they're miserable. So the really toughest combination to achieve is to be both wealthy, or let's just say economically comfortable and happy and feeling fulfilled, right? And how do you feel fulfilled? Well, in order to feel fulfilled, you got to answer that lifelong question: why are you here? What's your purpose for being here, do you think? I'm not going to turn this discussion into a religious. I'm not taking that turn down a religious road. I'm not going to quote scripture to you. Your personal beliefs, my belief is your personal beliefs, are your choice and your decision. If you believe in God, great. If you believe in the universe, or whatever you believe in, to me that is your personal choice, and probably a topic for another video. But for today, have you ever had that experience? Hey, you don't want to do that. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. In essence, your friend or your family member, or maybe even a trusted advisor, right, tells you you don't really want to do that. And you're all gung-ho and ready to go and say, hey, I really think I can do this. I think I can pull this off. Like, I feel like maybe even this dream was put in my heart and my head by a higher power, or like I said, whatever you believe in. And if that's the case, if you want to be honest with yourself in this Christmas season, and I'm going to be honest with you as I am in all of these videos, if you got a dream in your heart, you have to go for it. You owe it to yourself to go for it. Now, you might need a little nudge. You might need some encouragement. You might need a cheerleader. You might say, hey, I'm just like a leaf blowing in the wind, and I don't even know which way to turn or position myself. Point me in the right direction. I don't know which direction to take the first step towards. So if that's you, reach out to me. Leave a comment below. There's no one that manages this YouTube channel besides me. So if you leave a comment and I respond, it's me responding. It's nobody else. And obviously, if you email me at waypodtoday@gmail.com, I am the only person who checks that Gmail account. So, and I will respond, and it'll be me. So I'm just giving you that as a guarantee and an assurance. That is a guarantee you can count on. So let me circle back to one thing I said earlier, and that's my hope, that I hope you had a chance to slow down and spend some meaningful time this Christmas season just relaxing or decompressing. We live in a very stressful world, and then I think we do things at times, we make decisions that just adds additional stress to our lives. So if that sounds like you, I'm going to encourage you to take a few moments, or take a few hours, or take a day, or half a day, a weekend, and reconnect with your dreams. What is inside of you? What do you feel passionate about? Oh, love that word. And thus the name of this YouTube channel. It's both an acronym and a question. What are you passionate about today, right? Because it could change from day to day, or week to week, or month to month, or year to year, and that's okay. But if you're feeling a little bit reluctant, if you're feeling a little bit hesitant, if you're feeling a little bit nervous about stepping out and taking that first step towards the unknown, and the unknown is, oh, I want to go for my dream, but I really don't know if I can do it, or I don't know which direction to head. Do you know why you're nervous? Well, first of all, you're normal. And let me confirm that for you. And secondly, you know why we're all nervous to really go for our dreams? Well, here's one explanation that I've come up with, just reflecting back on my own life experience. We're all nervous to go for our dreams because, in part, we probably went to some form of organized school, right? Unless you were homeschooled, or I don't know. I can't think of another example. Maybe you grew up in a part of the world where they didn't have formalized public education for grades K through 12. But what do you learn in school that maybe isn't, it's a result of going to school, but I don't know that any teacher actually speaks these words to a student. But what we all learn just by being there is, are you supposed to go there and be you, be you. You're special, and be you and do things your own way? No. We are all told and taught to conform, right? Conform. You want to conform to the group. You want to fit into the group. You want to find out what your teacher's expectations are and their grading policy. Why? Because you don't dare fail, right? You don't want to fail. The last thing you want to do is fail academically, and you don't want to, quote unquote, fail socially, right? You want to fit in the group, and you want to get passing grades. And we are all indoctrinated with the silly idea that somehow failure is this thing that you need to be embarrassed about and maybe feel bad about. And we are all indoctrinated. Maybe by accident, but not on purpose. But like I said, it's a result of going to formalized education. We're indoctrinated with this idea that somehow failure is not part of the learning process, and failure is somehow disconnected, like we're one of those planets, like, I don't know, Earth or Mercury, or that's close to the sun, and failure is way out by what we used to think was a planet, Pluto. It's way out there. It's way out, but it's not disconnected. And it's fun to study the quote-unquote arc of success, or how they define academic success, and then it's fun to compare that to business success. And in business, people fail all the time, right? Like, I don't know off the top of my head if I could. I know I cannot give you an exhaustive list, but there's plenty of people in history, right? And we've got information at our fingertips, right? If you've got a smartphone or an iPad or whatever, you can just look this stuff up, right? Utilize the power of the internet. Educate yourself every day. Be a lifelong learner. I'm just encouraging you to do that, and use the best free university available online, in my opinion. Use YouTube. Use YouTube University to find out how to do stuff. But compare business, quote-unquote, failure to academic failure. And you already know from going to school, you already know what academic failure, how they define it and what it's like. And they're like, ooh, avoid academic failure like the plague, right? Or like you're getting some life-changing disease. In business, people fail all the time. Some people go bankrupt and lose all their money and bounce back 2 years later. They've got a pile of money, or they're millionaires again. How's that happen? It must be because they look at failure differently, right? Certainly differently from how we're taught to view failure in school, right? Let's see. How many times did Edison try and make a light bulb? I don't know. I can't remember the exact number. Let's say it was 1,000 times. Okay, so somebody asked him once, does it bother you? Now, I'm paraphrasing, but you can look this exact quote up online, of course. Does it bother you that you failed 999 times? He's like, I didn't fail. This is the beauty of Edison's comment, and I think he could, you can quickly lose sight of it and not really catch his full meaning behind it if you just gloss over it quickly. So slow down and consider Edison's response. He said he didn't fail 999 times in creating a light bulb, and then the 1,000th time he was successful. He says, the way he answers the question is, I found out 999 ways how to not make a light bulb. So do you see how maybe it's semantics, or maybe it's just, you say, oh, he's just using different words. But see, success leaves clues, and it reveals Edison had a mindset that's different from the average person, right? He didn't go to school and learn that failure was bad. He went to school and then probably concluded something like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be an inventor. I'm going to use this passion inside of me, and I'm going to somehow get it out, right? And I'm going to impact society in a positive way. And we still use electric light bulbs today, don't we? As the year is about to turn from 2019 to 2020. So that's just one example. And here's another fun thing to Google. Famous people who've gone bankrupt, right? Of course, Mike Tyson. I think he's near the top of the list. Kim Basinger. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. Donald Trump went bankrupt. I mean, there's a lot of people that have gone bankrupt. Now, here's my next question, or a series of questions. Why'd they go bankrupt? Was it because they went on some silly spending spree, right? Or was it because they didn't pay taxes, or a combination of things, right? How you think about failure is just as important as how you think about money, right? What is money to you? Is it some unattainable goal, way up in the heavens? Is the only way you're ever going to be wealthy is if you happen to be so lucky that you purchase a winning lottery ticket? Here's another interesting thing to Google along the lines of money. Find out how many people in America are millionaires, and then find out how many of them are first-generation millionaires. Ooh. Do you know the answer to that? Do you think like half of them were born rich and the other half created their wealth and they're first generation wealthy? Or could it possibly be more than half of them created their wealth? And if that's the case, success does leave clues, right? If they can do it, you can do it. You were born special. You were born with talent inside of you. And here's the crazy part. You're probably not going to believe this. You're going to be like, oh, he's just saying that. He doesn't really mean it or believe it. No, I do. I believe 100% what I'm about to tell you. You already have everything inside you that you need to be successful. Oh, how could that be? Then why aren't I successful yet? I don't know. Maybe you just didn't know what direction to turn in. Maybe you didn't know which idea to pursue. Maybe you're on the fence and you feel like, oh, I can't do this on my own. I need a trusted mentor. Okay. If you do, reach out to me. I'll help you with that. I'm not saying I'll be the mentor, but maybe I could connect you with someone. All right. Guaranteed that if you go for your dreams, and I'm not guaranteeing success, am I? I'm just saying, like, hey, be like Edison. If you go for your dreams one time and fail, is that it? You give up? You run back to your job? That's always an option, right? And say that happens. So what? Would you lose? What did you lose? Did you lose some time? Well, that time was going to pass anyway, right? If you have to run back to your job to pay your bills, how's that any different from what you're doing now? Unless, of course, you're already wealthy and you're, in essence, retired. Because being wealthy to me, it means different things to different people. But to me, being wealthy is I can cover all my monthly expenses from my investments or from the pile of money I've already created. I don't need to get up and go to a job and trade time for dollars in order to meet my monthly expenses. And your monthly budget, it is nothing more than a math equation. We always want to overcomplicate everything. Do not overcomplicate it. Your monthly budget is nothing more than a math equation. And if you want to be able to save money, you got to have more money coming in every month than you have going out to pay bills. It's that simple, but you already know that, right? So once again, why are we nervous to go for our dreams? We're nervous because we're taught in school to conform, right? What are you taught? I did another video on this. What are you taught in high school? Go to high school, get good grades. Better not fail. Don't you dare fail. That's bad. You'll be a bad person. Don't fail. Get a high GPA. Go to college. Get good grades in college. Get the piece of paper. Get your college diploma. And then do what afterwards? Well, if you're lucky, you find a job. Do you know what percentage of college graduates can't find a job depending on what their major is? I mean, do you really need to go to college to be wealthy? Maybe you do. Maybe you do if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, an engineer. Do those careers require a college diploma? Absolutely yes. But are all the people in college right now floundering around trying to decide what their major is? Is that the best place for them? Well, if they got parents that pay for that saved and saved and saved, then they're paying 100% for their college. Yeah. Or if they're a combination of their parents gave them some money and then they're working part-time and they're paying their way through college. Hey, I'm all for that. But what I am totally 100% against is do not take on massive student loan debt over 4 years of college and in essence graduate with, I don't know, $80,000 to $100,000 in debt. I mean, you could go buy a condo for that. You in essence have a mortgage payment. When you're done with college and you have massive student loan debt, you have a mortgage payment with attached to no physical piece of real estate. And that is a horrible financial position to be in, okay? You want to go for your dreams? Go for your dreams. You know what's going to happen? Well, you're either going to be successful or you might fail. And if you fail, so what? Get up, try again. You might have to fail. What if before you took the first step towards going for your dreams, you knew, hey, I'm going to fail the first 7 attempts, but on the 8th attempt, I'm guaranteeing you're going to be successful. How would you feel then? Would you be like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I want to get these first 7 failure attempts over as quickly as possible so I can get to the winning attempt and that winning 8th attempt. Well, guess what? It could be that way, right? Because you don't know. All you got to do is have a little bit of courage, get over your nervousness, right? If you go for your dreams, you are not going to shoot your eye out, right? Forget all those warnings and all those comments that maybe your well-meaning family members or friends or trusted advisors tell you, or I don't know, someone you meet at church or wherever. It doesn't matter to me who it is or how you know them. Learn from people who have already accomplished what you want to accomplish. If someone's talking to you or you're having a discussion with someone about achieving your dreams and they're in a job 9 to 5 just like you are, they're in one of those good jobs, don't listen to them. Or listen to them and then when you walk away, be polite but totally disregard whatever they've said to you because they don't know how to do what you want to do. They don't know how to get to where you want to go. Okay? So you already have everything inside you that you need. Go for your dreams. Have courage. Get over your nervousness. And remember, you have something of value. You have something special inside of you that the world is yearning to hear. And you don't need to be this sage on a stage, okay? You don't need to be one of these filling a, 50,000 seat arena, all right? I don't even know what arenas, I don't know what the capacity is, okay? So maybe that number is totally off. But guess what? I don't care. So It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. What's that phrase? Stop worrying about trying to get it perfect. Just get it done. Get going and get it done. Take the first step. I hope you had an extremely merry Christmas. And I hope you did have time to slow down and spend some quality time with the people that you care about. And I hope that you're primed and excited about 2020. I think 2020 is going to be a phenomenal year for me, my family, and it can be a phenomenal year for you too. Please drop a comment below. Email me at waypottoday@gmail.com. And I like to end the videos this way. Have the courage to pick one thing and work on your dreams today.